What is going on, Hayes family? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be going over 10 things that I hope for in GTA 6. This is in no particular order. These are just 10 things that I wish would be in the game. Hopefully some are. Given how long they've been taking to work on GTA 6, I think it's been like 12, 13 years. If they don't at least have 5 of these things in this game, I'm going to be disappointed. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the first one. So an in-depth and interactive stock market. Now I know in single player they kind of dibbled and dabbled a little bit with the stock market, but for the most part there wasn't really too much you could do. I think to be able to add that feature online and to make it more interactive, where you have your own little fake economy that fluctuates and you can kind of capitalize on those trends. I think that would be amazing, and especially with a new way of making money. All right, so number two, legit mansions. Not the little apartments that they claim are mansions in GTA 5. I'm talking legit mansions. Something that's actually going to take up some land space and some square footage. Um, the recent update with their Tonga estate and the other little estates that they got that they claim are mansions, it's a step in the right direction. However, I think with the GTA 6, they should definitely double down on that and make some true to scale mansions. I think that would be sick, and I have no doubt that many players have been asking for that for the longest. All right, on to my third one, the yachts or the luxury yachts. Uh, yes, they did have that in GTA 5, but let's be honest, it's not what we thought it was gonna be. You could barely even call it an apartment, to be honest. There's not really a kitchen and certain areas that kind of make it feel more like a home. The whole upper level is just a bar. So if they were to really just redo that whole yacht thing, like make it more interactive, make it to where it's worth more, than just where you feel like you're getting scammed for $10 million. I think that was a little bit slimy on their end, to be honest. But with that said, I think people really do want to see Rockstar put some serious effort into the details and the mechanics of the future yachts, which I would imagine they would have some. It is Miami after all. All right, on to the fourth one. So more realistic driving mechanics, kind of similar to like BMG Drive. Hopefully, I'm saying it right. Uh, so in GTA 5, the crash mechanics, they're real more of like an arcadey type vibe. I wasn't really rocking with it, to be honest. Um, I feel like there are some points where GTA's 4's driving mechanics were actually more realistic than 5's. Um, I kind of get where they're coming from. I mean, you don't want to have it where it's so realistic that you hit a small curb and then your car's total. But I feel like if they could just make it a little bit more realistic and kind of get the best of both worlds, I think that would be great. All right, so my fifth one, it might be a little bit controversial to you guys, but hear me out. It's going to be selling real estate. So, as you know, in GTA 5, you've got multiple properties. It would be really cool if you could either sell the properties for a profit, like I said, to kind of dependent on the market, or even renting it out to people, whether it's NPCs or other players. I think that would be super sick, and it would be an extra way of making money where it doesn't kind of feel like you're just stuck to one certain thing to make money, and you can kind of diversify a little bit. Plus, I mean, it's kind of more realistic, and if they're gonna go for more of a realistic society, that would be a great way to go about that. All right, guys. So number six is going to be more realistic cops and NPCs in general. Uh, I don't know what is going on with the GTA 5 cops, but you even look at them a type of way, and they'll try to take you out. They ask you to pull over, and you pull over, they'll take you out. They're just overly aggressive, and a lot of times they'll run into you, and then they'll start trying to shoot you. And it, I've noticed it kind of gets in the way more than it's entertaining. Maybe like the first few times when we were first getting adjusted to the game, it was cool, it was fun, but it gets old pretty quick, especially when you're out trying to make money or you just staying in your own lane doing your own thing, and then some cop just comes and fucks with you for no reason, and then you get like a wanted star, whatever. It just, I think it's a little bit excessive. So if they made it a little bit more realistic, uh, I think that would be phenomenal. And I honestly, I feel like it would be game changing for sure. All right, guys, on to number 7. So lifted trucks. Now I know in GTA 5 they got that lifted Sand King, and they've got a few other vehicles, but for the longest, I was hoping for them to have some kind of DLC where they would release something that would cater to the truck community. People that like to go off roading, lift the trucks, customize it. We got pretty restricted in that space. It kind of seemed like they went more of the uh, race trucks, drift trucks, that kind of route. I did see in GTA 6 with the trailer, they got the little mud pit area, so maybe there's some potential for some off-road vehicles, especially trucks or like diesel trucks. I think that would. I think they'll get a lot more love for that than they realize. I think there's a lot more of a demand for that than they realize for sure. All right, guys, number 8. So cars that actually rely on gas. I know we have all these gas stations in GTA 5, but for the most part, it's more of an aesthetic thing. Granted, yes, you can buy snacks and stuff, but you're really limited on how you can interact with the gas station other than just blowing it up, which has its moments of being funny. But just having a car that you can drive around the map, endlessly. Like I said, it kind of brings back to the thing of it being arcadey, and if they're going for more of a realistic thing, that would be something super simple, but it goes a long way for sure. It would definitely change the dynamic of the game and just the way that people play. So that alone is going to bring new opportunities, excitement, things of that. So number 9. So this is going to be a little bit controversial as well. I could see how a lot of people would be thinking that this is a little crazy, but in my opinion, it's not too far of a stretch, especially with, I believe it was maybe one of the heists or missions. I'm not 100% sure, but they had the aircraft carrier in GTA 5 somewhere along the coast. I thought that was super sick. You got to go inside and, take out bad guys and, everything like that. So I think that they should kind of add more to that and make it where you could actually own in the future. I'm not saying like right off the bat, but something you kind of work up towards, having your own little battleship, being able to, have these little, for lack of better words, dog fights with other people. And it's kind of some similar to the World of Warships. Uh, I think there would be, oh man, there would be a lot of things that you could do with that. Trolling, just shooting the shit with friends. I mean, there's just so much different situations that you can run into with that. It'd be crazy, and it'd be a lot of fun. I think people would really enjoy that. And then we're gonna go ahead and jump to the 10th one, and that is gonna be the ability to work normal civilian jobs. Um, some people probably aren't going to be too fond of it. I think others will really like that. The reason I'm saying this is because I've noticed here lately, role playing has blown up. That's become a huge thing. I think even Rockstar has noticed that, and hence the reason why they've actually purchased some studios and companies that focus on that field. But I think being able to have like more civilian type jobs would be pretty sick. Obviously, you're not going to get rich from it, but that's not the point. It's just kind of more of a things kind of feeling more put together, more realistic, more in depth. I think that would be super cool, and I know for a fact people would really enjoy that. So, but that's my 10 things that I hope will be in GTA 6. I'm sorry, guys, if it's a longer video, and forgive me for the rough edits. I'm trying to figure this whole thing out, so bear with me. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Y'all be safe, and until next time, peace.